All right, collective. So this week is a big week. The sun has made it to Libra. This is the equinox period. We are shifting seasons. We have shifted into a cardinal sign, Libra. And we do want to look at what this next 6 months offers from Libra, because it is a cardinal point and it is the opposite point of the 0 point of astrology, which is 0 Aries. And so we've made it halfway through the year. Yes, that's right. If you're following the normal calendar system, I recommend that you throw it out the window unless you get the cool high vibe one we're working on. That's going to be like mixing the real calendar with the outdated Gregorian calendar. But I just want to say that this is an important moment for you in your life. Relationships are a big deal with Venus being in Leo and this mutual reception going on, right? The sun is ruled by Leo, it's in Libra, and Venus is in Leo, which is ruled by Libra. So this mutual reception is all about love and relationships. And so it's like we've kind of come to this huge point. This is a huge focal point now, especially because we're on the week before Saturn comes direct, which is going to bring everything in what all this last 3 years of Saturn in Capricorn has been about, which is basically since December of 2017. And all the craziness that we've gone through and the hard choices and a lot of the restrictive energies, and with Jupiter direct and with Pluto being there as well, there's a lot with this sun in Libra that it's going to have to go through. It's going to have to oppose Mars retrograde. It's going to have to square Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. And this week with Venus in a finger of God tonight as we're talking, Venus 18 degrees of Leo, it's going to yod, make a quincunx over to Neptune and a quincunx to Jupiter, and Jupiter and Neptune are sextiling. Jupiter being in Capricorn, Neptune being in Pisces. This is a finger of God. Boom! To Venus, which happens to be in mutual reception with the sun, that happens to be in the sign that Venus rules, and Venus likes to be in Libra or in Leo. So this is all about romance and love. This is where it's all coming down, folks. We got this very intense week because Mercury, at the same token, tonight into tomorrow, so Wednesday, is going shadow, because Mercury in Libra is going to then enter into Scorpio this weekend, and then I think it's October 13th, Mercury goes retrograde in Scorpio. And it's important for us to realize that this is the point where Mercury will come back direct, which is even weirder because Mercury or Venus, when they went retrograde in October and November of 2018, retrograded back to 25 Libra and went retrograde in Scorpio at about the same degree. Mercury's going to go retrograde at 11 degrees. Venus went to retrograde at 10 degrees. Now we're going to see this exact trying to understand the weirdness of your life about relationships and the weird Venus transit that happened of October and November of 2018. And so with this Mercury, it's going to oppose Mars this week, square Saturn like it is right now. There's a pressure on Saturn for Mercury and Mars, and this is our mind and our actions. And should we keep doing this in love, or should we do this all the way? And this is very black and white, very cardinal. Like I have to take initiative, I have to take action, I have to make a choice. And with Venus being in Leo, that means after this yod, it's going to make quincunxes also to Pluto. It's going to make a quincunx over to Saturn by the end of this week, pretty much. So there's a lot about big major transformation happening with the moon also coming into Capricorn to meet with those big planets in Capricorn right now, with Venus in Leo and to square the sun in Libra. Big choices about relationships right away. This is not a Libra transit that's going to be light. It's going to be intense. So the balancing act and the harmony is going to come from who you choose to be with, and if it's really in alignment with your destiny, and if it really is, you know, I'm going to say it. It's like go big or go home when it comes to relationships. Don't play like small. Like this is not Cancer. This is Capricorn where all the big planets are. And Saturn's ruling the roost. Mars retrograde at 26 Leo of Aries is going to square Saturn all week and come to the exact point when Saturn comes direct at the beginning of next week. So remember, there's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of, you know, I don't know how many times I've dropped things or things have broke. I broke one of the CDJs last night, by the way, when I put all that stuff back in there. Not one of the new ones.
Not one of the new ones?
Not one of the new ones, but spent 2 hours last night repairing a jog wheel, and I have to get a new part. I was like, oh my God. So this is definitely going to be frustration.
That doesn't sound like you at all, forcing something when you could have just waited for help.
I played you like a little fiddle to teach everybody exactly what it is.
Or did you play yourself like a fiddle in order to teach everybody this?
I'll admit, I play myself like a fiddle all the time, including here. But I will say that's the lesson is anything that seems too complicated and hard to deal with, don't do it. Like, I shouldn't have tried to move. How heavy is that shit? It's heavy.
It took us 3 people to get it out here.
So by myself, I tried to do that all on my own last night at the studio. Ended up breaking a $2,200 CDJ. You know what I mean? So in relationships, is it just feeling like it's too hard, or is it feeling like it's destined? And it's like, yes. And even though it still takes that courage and strength, when you push forward with it, it almost is like giving you like Mario coins, like that's what I really feel. The last thing I would say about this week would be, well, Mercury coming into a lot. So communication is going to be everything about being very clear, very direct, and being honest with yourself, and be the judge and jury about, is this who you really are and this is what you really want for your long term? The best question to ask is, would this be great 20 years from now? And you kind of have to envision yourself and put yourself there. There's going to be a lot of emotion and mental stuff with the moon square the sun, Mercury and crazy aspects, and then Mercury coming into Scorpio this weekend. It's going to meet with Juno. So we're going to really understand the intensity and the passion this weekend of whether we're all in or we're not. And there's a lot going on. So I say we see what's going on with the cards. Got the Four of Wands reversed. Okay, so anything that's definitely not a party and definitely not a celebration. You know, the Four of Wands is always the card that has to deal with, celebrations or marriages. And look at it, it's like kind of like the fire inside the car, not outside. It's like a universe in here, but it's reversed. Are we driving in the wrong direction? Or, has it felt like we haven't been able to find where we're at? Are we afraid to drive into the right direction? This is going to be, we're going to have to go deeper, of course. We go deep on this. This is Deep Love Tarot. I'm just saying that there's a lot here where it's like, if you've been in a relationship and it just has not really felt like it's been driving in the right direction, this would definitely be like, okay, we need to make sure we're in the right place here. And you got to check it very intensely. If it's new and you're afraid, maybe it's because you're continuing looking in the rearview mirror and you're not looking forward into the celebration that's there. Our shadow challenge card is revenge. Ooh, she's out for revenge. I would say this is definitely a week to especially with Mars. This is definitely going to be like, I would feel that anything that's not going in the right direction has some sense of the person you might be dealing with, or even within yourself, is not in a good place. And that's going to be a good test for you this week. Like, is your partner in a good place? Is the person that you're dating in a good place? Is the person that you might try to date in a good place? And is there some sort of like weird energy if things didn't work out that would fucking come after you like that? That's already kind of a clear sign. We don't want the ring girl coming out of the TV. She freaks me out. We got the Three of Wands upright though. The overall means we have a lot to look at into the future. We have a lot to prospect, and we have a lot of big options and big journeys. If it doesn't feel like it's a big journey, then it feels like we're kind of trapped in some sort of dark, weird person that's trying to keep us to watch the ring. And it's not that big thing to celebrate about. The universe is also saying to if we can see visions of us and the partner, or us and the perspective of the person that we might be going after, that's a good sign. But if those visions are fear-based and feeling like you're looking in the rearview mirror, or you're looking in some sort of hostile stuff, I would run. To get through that, we got the Hermit reversed. It's almost like I would say that this is a big sign that whoever, and if it's you, because I'm going to be real, it could be you, but if you're going to get hostile, or you're going to get weird, or whoever's getting weird, they are not connected to any spiritual knowledge, any spiritual anything at all. Like, they're just like, that means that they have severed the tide of spirit. Because the hermit reverse to me is somebody who's not even willing to go research or do the work to understand. Many of us have to go into a hermit place to understand spirituality. And this person would act, I would think, like they just don't have any knowledge of anything except how to do something vindictive or bad or try to go after somebody. Why do we get that Four of Wands? We get the Sun reversed. Okay, yeah, I would say that anything that does not feel like it would allow you to be you and your full self is not a party, is not the celebration, is not the kind of union you want. Anybody who tries to change you, anybody who tries to change who you are at all, this is not about trying to change anybody, because with the Sun reversed, you know, it's unconscious. It's like, and it can be controlling with that Four of Wands reversed. It's like having to go through like an arranged situation, which you definitely don't want to go through. And when it comes to this Three of Wands upright, we did get, interesting enough, we got, on these cards, I think that this is the wand. Yeah, the Knight of Wands upright. So, what is the most passionate, fiery, exciting journey ever? That's what it's asking us to do. Instead of this kind of controlling, not letting you be that on you about what you're doing all the time, and coming from this kind of like, and if you do that, I will take it out on you and I'll make your life. I don't know why I'm getting that. Our overall that we got here, wow, it's the Scorpio card. Oh yeah. This is going to be a week of intense transformation and passion, of connection, or it's disconnection from like zero, like I am killing this out of my life, or I am going to rise this up. I like how in the Scorpio card here, it does have a little bit of that Egyptian mummy aspect to it as well. So we're putting something either to bed or we're rising it up like a fucking intense scorpionic
exercise the demons.
It's definitely going to be exercising the demons in good or bad ways. We did pull Libra Venus in the 7th house. Holy moly. I think that we got a freaking more than a bingo here. We need to we need to get somebody here on the casino floor and make sure that this is real. Venus and Libra in the 7th house. The ultimate of that you could roll for relationships. This is going to be one intense relationship week. And you want to make sure that that's the true partnership of your true self and not you putting your own identity and self away and having somebody try to change you. Anybody who's trying to change you is honestly from the dark.
Darkness. Yeah, it's almost like, at times we can kind of, celebrate too early almost, it's like, or give up before we even pass that finish line. Or like, oh, we already made it, But in all reality, it kind of is like our fear almost holding us back from allowing us to pass that finish line, from allowing us to like fully fulfill that mission that we're pushing forward to. I think that there is like needing to kind of push through those fears of what is, and what's going to be, instead of just like letting that natural flow happen. So I think it's getting back to that natural state of appreciation and kind of letting that grow. Obviously there is going to be major transformation, and whether that's going to be transforming a new life together or transforming in a different direction where you're not allowing it, but allow it to happen naturally, let nature take its course, so to speak, but at least see it all the way through, the good or the bad, see it all the way through in this circumstance. So yeah, I think that's what's happened.
Yeah,
I mean, allow ourselves to push through. Continue to sing what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I'm a little nervous about this revenge card and the servant reverse.
That's what I mean. I think that's kind of like the revenge. It's like within, so like we're like afraid of, like we're thinking that all this shit's like coming towards us, and so it can kind of stop us from actually like seeing our goal. We're seeing that finish line, and we're kind of stopping a little premature, we might say.
Yeah, it definitely can be that. I mean, especially the overall is that Knight of Wands. It is awesome. It is with, what was it with again? It was with the, the Three of Wands. It's telling us to definitely look for the big, awesome. I know it might sound crazy, but like the ultimate. I don't think that this is us trying to work to get something to the ultimate, like when it's just not showing it. Four of Wands reversed, it's like the celebration really isn't there with the sun reversed. Somebody trying to, the sun reversed in love is always like you losing yourself in something that you're not. And that's why I said arranged marriage. Mm-hmm. So I think that with the Scorpio card, you'll know if like you said, like, oh, maybe I was too scared. I think it's either fear of going in or the fear of letting go when you know you've been controlled and you're not in yourself and you're like, fuck, and this isn't the ultimate. Mm-hmm. Definitely fucking intense one. Holy shit. With that Venus 7th house Libra roll, I don't know.